Hey, what's up you guys? It's Hype Collector. So what if I told you one of the best Jordan brand releases this year is totally being slept on, and you can probably still pick it up on the Nike site right now? So before we get into the rest of the video, I'd like to welcome all our new subscribers. I know a lot of you guys came over from the shout out that Seth Fowler gave me over this weekend, and yeah, I'm still processing that actually happened. So if you're new, go ahead and leave a comment down below introducing yourself. I would love to say hello and just getting to know all of you guys. But if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I know our channel is still really small, but if you subscribe now, you'll forever get bragging rights that you saw the vision before anyone else did. So without much further ado, this is the Jordan Delta Breathe in the Tech White colorway. And as the name would suggest, this is another iteration of the Jordan Delta, but with breathability as its primary focus. So with that in mind, this entire upper is basically covered in this transparent overlay textile that we've seen before on the Element 87s. And if you own a pair of 87s, you know exactly how breathable this upper is. It's kind of insane that this textile feels like a thin plastic, but still retains the ability to be breathable. So with every iteration of the Delta so far, I've liked it more and more. So first it was like the SP, and then it was just the Delta by itself, and now the Delta Breathe. And with every one of them, it seems like they've been listening to what reviewers have been saying and just slowly adding things that people have been wanting. And I think at this point, I just couldn't help myself. I had to buy a pair. So I'm just gonna go over some of the things I really love about this sneaker. So oddly enough, one of the first things I noticed about this sneaker are the laces. So from far away, they look like your typical sail colored laces. But when you look a little bit closer, you get rewarded by this really wide typeface that says Jordan over and over again. And the way they were able to achieve it was just through a really subtle texture difference in the stitching. And they didn't have to do this, but the fact that they paid attention to a small detail like the laces really sets the shoe apart from all the others. This attention to detail is carried throughout the rest of the shoe. So another detail of the sneaker that I really like is this Nike swoosh. With all the Deltas before it, they didn't include a swoosh on the side, and people were starting to put their own swooshes on there, which I thought was kind of hilarious. But you can see that they decided to do it in a really interesting way. Instead of having it just plastered on the outside, they have this, I think, synthetic suede running from the outside and then going into the interior and taking advantage of this transparent material to show off the swoosh. I think this is brilliant. So let's talk a little bit about the reason why I bought this shoe to begin with. And it's because it features a full-length React midsole. The midsole feels super squishy and it's super comfortable. I think it's the most comfortable Jordan I've ever worn. And it's a very specific type of comfort too. It doesn't feel like one of those shoes that you should go running in or hoop in. It just feels like an everyday lifestyle shoe, which is what Jordan Brand is saying it is. With all that said, I'm gonna go over a couple of things that I don't like so much about the sneaker, and probably go over some things that you probably want to consider before you decide to purchase this shoe. As much as I love the look and the breathability of this textile material they used for the upper, it just doesn't feel that comfortable. The textile has no stretch to it at all, and that stiff feeling just doesn't feel that great on foot. I think if they went with something like a fly knit or a prime knit, this shoe would be literally perfect. I really like what's happening back here with this heel strap, but I'm not a big fan of how they disconnected this blue portion from the heel cup. Whenever you're trying to put your foot in, it feels really awkward, and I think a lot of it would be solved if you just connected it to the heel cup. And trust me, I do use the heel strap and pull on it while I'm sliding my foot in, but it still doesn't feel right. I've genuinely thought about getting some barge cement and just gluing it together myself, and I don't know, it might serve some kind of purpose, but I just haven't found out what that is, and it just bothers me every time I try to put my foot in. So that's basically it on my constructive feedback, so let's just do a really quick on foot so you guys get a good feel of what they may look like. Nice, you made it to the end of the video. So let's just have a real quick wrap-up session about my experience of owning this shoe for the past 2 weeks. So overall, I think it's a really solid sneaker. I think it's super comfortable and it looks really nice. I haven't worn it as much as I'd like to, and that's probably primarily because I'm still self-quarantining for personal reasons. You guys can probably understand, I have some older relatives and all of that. But yeah, if you're looking for a shoe that is in the price range of $130, that you want it to be super comfortable and be a Jordan, I would 100% get these, no questions asked. I still think the upper needs a little bit of work on like just comfort in general, and yeah, the heel cup thing still bothers me. But sizing wise, I went with my true to size and they fit me just right. So if you have the opportunity to try these in person, I would always recommend doing that, but you should be pretty safe buying your true to size. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like on the video. If you really loved this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I know I say it in every single video, but I really do mean it. You guys are the best. Bye.